Americans devour over 2.3 billion chicken McNuggets each year. That's enough to circle the earth 100 times. But what's behind our obsession with these crispy little bites? From their golden crunch to the endless dipping sauces, there's something about McNuggets that keeps us coming back. So, what makes them so irresistible? In the culinary landscape, few items can claim to be as iconic as the McDonald's Chicken McNugget, though it seems as timeless as the chain's golden arches, has a clear and surprisingly recent origin story. Cooked up in the 1980s by a team of culinary scientists with one mission to put bite-sized chicken on the fast food map. The McNugget journey began in the test kitchens of McDonald's during a time when red meat ruled supreme. Chicken wasn't yet seen as a fast food staple, but consumer tastes were changing, nudged by health concerns about beef. McDonald's knew it needed something groundbreaking to keep its menu fresh and appealing, and that's where René Arend came in. Hired as the chain's first executive chef, Arend was a trained chef from Luxembourg with experience in classical French cuisine. Yes, you read that right. A chef skilled in haute cuisine laid the groundwork for the humble chicken McNugget in a place where the fanciest ingredient was the sesame seed. Arend was tasked with turning chicken scraps into gold. Creating a deep-fried chicken nugget sounds straightforward, but back then, it was uncharted territory for a fast food behemoth like McDonald's. Arend faced multiple hurdles. Not only did he have to figure out how to turn chicken into uniform, consistently tasty bites, but he also had to make them efficient for mass production. With a little food engineering, Arend whipped up a batter that would stand up to flash frying and freezing while still delivering that crave-worthy cry and the shapes, not just random. The McNugget debuted with 4 distinct shapes: bell, boot, ball, and bone. These were carefully designed to keep things fun and kid-friendly in every Happy Meal box. By the time McNuggets debuted in select stores in 1981, McDonald's was all in on marketing these golden bites. By 1983, McNuggets hit nationwide, and they became a sensation, nearly eclipsing the Big Mac in popularity. Part of the allure was that they were marketed as a healthier alternative to beef burgers at the time. But beyond that, there was something inherently fun about dipping bite-sized chicken into tangy sauces. Sauces, they were game changers: sweet and sour, hot mustard, barbecue, and even the elusive cult favorite Sichuan sauce, which sent fans into a frenzy in the 90s. And again in 2017 thanks to a shout-out from Rick and Morty. Welcome to McDonald's, can I take your Szechuan sauce? Like, as much as you're allowed to give me. Think McNuggets are just a side menu option? Try this on for size. Americans consume an estimated 2.3 billion McNuggets annually. That's enough to circle the globe over 100 times. And to keep up with demand, McDonald's sources an astronomical amount of chicken each year, carefully following guidelines for quality and consistency. The McNugget has even left its mark in pop culture. From YouTube challenges to McNugget-shaped pillows, the frenzy around these nuggets reached a fever pitch in 2020, when a single uniquely shaped McNugget from a BTS meal auctioned for nearly $100,000 on eBay. Why? It looked like a character from the Among Us video game, alright. Let's roll up our sleeves and get right into the factory floor where McDonald's Chicken McNuggets come to life. This is no ordinary assembly line. Think of it as a labyrinth of stainless steel, massive mixers, and fryers big enough to make even the most ambitious home chef jealous. Ready for some behind-the-scenes secrets? Here's how every McNugget goes from chicken to crispy bite-sized gold. First things first, McDonald's doesn't just grab any old chicken, they're picky. The chain sources their chickens from farms that meet strict quality standards. Think free of any antibiotics used for growth and raised on a diet that keeps the meat tender and uniform. The nuggets are mostly made of white breast meat, known for its mild flavor and versatility. It's all about consistency, so each nugget tastes the same in New York, Tokyo, or anywhere in between. Once the chicken gets to the factory, it goes through a machine known as the industrial grinder. This baby could pulverize a whole bird in seconds, but don't worry, only specific parts are used. The grinder chops the meat down to a fine, smooth consistency. Then it's on to the mega mixer where things get flavorful. In this giant tumbler, seasonings and spices are added to the meat mixture. We're talking salt, pepper, a touch of sugar, and a blend of other top-secret spices designed to keep your taste buds guessing. The spices aren't just thrown in willy-nilly either. The mega mixer is programmed to blend everything at precise speeds and times, so every single nugget gets the same flavor boost. Too little mixing, you've got clumps. Too much, you end up with mush. It's like a Goldilocks situation in there. Next, the chicken paste heads to the molding machine where it's shaped into the McNugget's 4 famous shapes: bell, boot, ball, and bone. Yes, those nugget shapes aren't an accident, they're deliberately crafted to keep things so every single nugget gets the same flavor boost. Too little mixing, you've got clumps. Too much, you end up with mush. It's like a Goldilocks situation in there. Next, the chicken paste heads to the molding machine where it's shaped into the McNugget's 4 famous shapes: bell, boot, ball, and bone. Yes, those nugget shapes aren't an accident. They're deliberately crafted to keep things fun and friendly, especially for kids and to imagine a room-sized freezer that can drop temperatures faster than you can say, "Happy Meal." This rapid freezing process, known in the biz as cryogenic freezing, stops all cooking and locks in freshness. This means that when your nuggets are reheated in the fryer, they taste just as fresh as the day they were made. If you're picturing a simple walk-in freezer, think again. These blast freezers drop temps so fast that it would be like stepping from a sunny beach straight into the Arctic. With the nuggets frozen solid, they move on to packaging. The nuggets involves portioning them into bags or boxes, but not before a final quality check. Automated scanners with laser precision check each nugget's weight, shape, and color. If anything's off, even by a gram or a millimeter, it's tossed out. After passing this final check, the nuggets are sealed in their packaging and loaded onto temperature-controlled trucks, ready for their journey to McDonald's restaurants nationwide. Once the nuggets make it to your local McDonald's, they're stored in freezers until an order is placed. Then comes the final fry at each restaurant. The nuggets go into fryers set to a precise temperature and time, giving them the final touch that makes them golden, crispy, and irresistible. It's all part of McDonald's commitment to consistency in ensuring your nugget in New York tastes just like the one in Sydney. Alright, so you've seen the magic that happens in the factory, but let's be real. Half the charm of a McNugget comes from that final sizzling step in the restaurant. Alright, so here's how it all goes down when a chicken McNugget order comes in. Frozen nuggets go straight from the freezer to the fryer without any thawing. The oil McDonald's uses is a blend of canola, soybean, and corn oils, specifically chosen for its high smoke point and neutral flavor. This ensures the nuggets get that perfectly golden, crispy finish without any overpowering oil taste. The fryers are set to precise temperatures, around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, to create that ideal outer crunch while keeping the inside juicy. Timing is everything here. The nuggets fry for just a few minutes to lock in moisture without overcooking. Once they're out, a quick shake removes excess oil, and they're placed in a temperature-controlled warming tray that keeps them hot and crisp. Ready to be boxed up and served with your choice of sauce in less time than it takes to read the menu, your nuggets go from icy to piping hot, all thanks to an engineered blend of oil, precise heat, and well-timed frying. It's a fast food science that guarantees every McNugget comes out just right every time. McNuggets have had an undeniable impact, not just as a popular menu item, but as a cultural icon. They transformed fast food by offering something fun, shareable, and irresistibly snackable, appealing to kids and adults alike. Their success sparked a wave of copycat nuggets across the fast food industry, setting a high bar for consistency and flavor. From their introduction in the 80s to their status today, McNuggets have proven that sometimes the simplest ideas, small, crispy, tender bites, can leave the biggest mark. More than just food, they represent the comfort and nostalgia of grabbing a quick, satisfying meal that's reliably good every time. The batter or the sauce that keeps people hooked? There's real science at play. McDonald's perfected the balance of salty, savory, and slightly sweet flavors, along with a crunchy exterior that practically begs you to take one more bite. Their shape and ease of consumption make them an ideal crave food, and once you're hooked, well, they've got you for life. So, what's your go-to? Sauce with McNuggets. Are you a sweet and sour fan, or is barbecue more your vibe? Let us know in the comments below. McDonald's sells over 9 million pounds of fries every single day. That's enough to circle the earth nearly 4 times each year. And here's the kicker. The process behind these speedy golden beauties is so high-tech, you'd think you're watching a NASA mission. So here's the question. What do you think makes McDonald's fries so addictive? Is it the perfect crunch, the salty goodness, or that legendary flavor? Stick around because we're diving deep into the secrets behind the world's most famous. Believe it or not, McDonald's wasn't always synonymous with fries. The beloved Spuds only joined the menu in 1949, a year after the first McDonald's restaurant opened its doors. Originally, the fries were a simple hand-cut affair. Potatoes were sliced and left to air dry in the warm California sun before being fried in glorious beef tallow, giving them an extra crispy exterior and rich, meaty flavor. Back then, people weren't thinking about things like saturated fat. They were too busy marveling at the deliciousness of these crunchy potato sticks. But as McDonald's grew from a local favorite to a global fast or food giant, they needed a more efficient, scalable process. Enter the 1960s, the dawn of the mechanized production line, where fries could be made faster and more uniformly. Then came the health-conscious 1970s, when concerns over saturated fats led McDonald's to swap beef tallow for vegetable oil. This change didn't go down without a hitch though. Customers missed that signature beefy flavor. So McDonald's did what any great innovator would. They added natural beef flavor to the oil, capturing that original taste with a healthier twist. You might think a potato is a potato. These look like potatoes, but are they really potatoes? Right? Wrong. McDonald's is quite the Spud connoisseur. They use a very specific type of potato, the russet Burbank. Why? Because it's large, has a high starch content, and low moisture, 3 critical factors for creating that perfect fry. If you've ever wondered why McDonald's fries are crispy on the outside but light and fluffy on the inside, you can thank the russet Burbank. Occasionally McDonald's also uses other varieties like the Shepherdie and Umatilla russet, but the Burbank reigns supreme because of its reliability. Most of these potatoes come from regions in the US, like Idaho and Washington, where the climate is perfect for growing tubers. Cold nights and warm days lead to dense potatoes with just the right balance of sugars and starch. And yes, these potatoes aren't just tossed into a truck willy-nilly. McDonald's works closely with farmers, many of whom have been suppliers for decades, to ensure every step from planting to harvesting follows their rigorous quality guidelines. The rich volcanic soil in Idaho is packed with minerals, making it a hotbed for growing the russet Burbank potato. Think of it like the Napa Valley of potato farming. The Spuds even have a posh storage process to maintain that delicate sugar-starch balance. Potatoes are stored at precise temperatures to avoid turning out fries that are too brown or too limp. It's basically a potato spa. Once the potatoes are grown to perfection, it's time for the harvest. But forget about pitchforks and baskets. This is done on an industrial scale. Massive harvesting machines roll through the fields, scooping up thousands of pounds of potatoes in mere minutes. These machines are a sight to behold. A little like Transformers, but with an appetite for spuds instead of world domination. After they've been uprooted, the potatoes are transported to McDonald's processing plants via big trucks. But the journey doesn't end there. Upon arrival, the potatoes undergo a deep cleaning session. Conveyor belts carry the spuds through water jets that give them a thorough scrub, ensuring not a speck of dirt is left. It's like a high-speed car wash, but for potatoes. Some McDonald's processing plants handle up to 40,000 pounds of potatoes per hour. That's a lot of future fries. Next, the potatoes are peeled, but this isn't your grandma's hand-peeling job. At McDonald's, they use high-tech steam peelers and abrasive rollers designed to remove only the skin, leaving behind the maximum amount of usable potato. The result? A perfectly smooth spud ready for its next transformation. These peelers are engineered for efficiency, ensuring that no precious potato is wasted in the process. But the journey to frydom doesn't stop there. The potatoes undergo a rigorous inspection stage that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Using infrared sensors, the machine scans each potato, hunting for imperfections like blemishes or bruises. If a potato doesn't meet McDonald's high standards, it's swiftly removed from the production line. This process is no slow affair. Up to 120 potatoes per second are inspected and sorted faster than your eyes can follow. It's like the world's fastest game show, where only the perfect spuds make it through to the next round. The rejects? They're destined for other uses, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Now, this is where the magic really kicks into high gear. The peeled and inspected potatoes are fed into cutting machines. Here they're sliced into those iconic fry shapes. But we're not talking about a gentle slicing with a kitchen knife here, oh no. These potatoes are shot through water knives at blistering speeds, around 60 to 70 miles per hour. Imagine jets of water slicing through potatoes with such force that they emerge as perfectly shaped fries in the blink of an eye. It's like a high-speed car wash for potatoes, only with precision cuts. The reason McDonald's uses water knives isn't just to be fancy. Consistency is key. Every fry has to be uniform in size to ensure it cooks evenly. Too thick, and it'll be undercooked. Too thin, and it'll burn to a crisp. Once sliced, the fries are quickly sorted by size, and anything that doesn't meet McDonald's strict standards, like an odd-shaped or undersized fry, is removed. But don't worry, those misfits don't go to waste. They're repurposed for products like hash browns or even used in animal feed. To give you an idea of just how efficient this process is, McDonald's water knife technology can slice through 1,000 pounds of potatoes every single minute. That's more potatoes than you'd probably peel in a lifetime, and it's all happening faster than you can say supersize me. Now that the fries are